Here's why Korean animation failed to capitalize on rise of K-culture and K-pop demon hunters. The growth of Korean culture has skyrocketed in recent years. Going from K-pop to K-dramas, it evolved into people understanding and loving its culture, its food, and all the other aspects that came with a nation that was filled with creativity. Even Korean beauty went global, with many people wanting to try it out. This was further expanded with the virality of K-pop demon hunters. So when the nation is leading in so many different departments, why are they falling behind in terms of animation? Why is Korea falling behind in animation? As per the Korean Times, there are many reasons as to why animation is taking over Korean theaters, but none that come from the country itself. Movies like Zootopia 2, Chainsaw Man the Movie, Ray's Arc, and Demon Slayer Infinity Castle Arc all come from international platforms, but they performed well on the Korean box offices. Compared to overseas productions, our budgets are about 1/10 the size. We are bound to lose in a battle of scale, a Korean animation studio official said to the Korean Times. There is a strong perception that animation cannot generate large profits, which leads to cautious production and ultimately makes it difficult for high-quality works to emerge. This becomes a massive reason as to why animation cannot rise despite the potential it has. Even in the world of anime, there are many shows that come from Korean stories but are handled by Japanese studios. Works like Lookism and Noblesse exist, but they aren't able to rise the ranks the same way a Japanese anime would be able to. Korean animation has good stories to adapt. Korean manhwa are big all across the world. There have also been many anime adaptations of those manhwa, most of which haven't performed that well. However, some of these shows count as underrated. Works like Lookism, Why Raya Liana Ended Up at the Duke's Mansion, and Noblesse are good shows, but not many watch them. In fact, Raya Liana's story didn't even continue after the first season. If animation was performing underwhelmingly, they had a big story like Solo Leveling in their hands. The budget is always a big concern, considering that with IPs as big as the Chugong story, people would want faithful adaptations. However, with how big Solo Leveling became, a studio like A1 Pictures, which is Japanese, is the one banking on the fame. If a Korean studio had picked it up, it could have marked a whole new evolution for Korean animated media. Korean manhwa have the potential to be adapted into animated films and shows. A project like Solo Leveling or even Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint would popularize Korean animated media globally, but at the end of the day, other animation studios would be behind its making. Without a proper budget, of course, growth would be impossible. However, recognition of such media could be the starting point that Korean animation needs.